Okay, today I'm making some Jamaican rice and peas. And in this recipe, I'll be using a half a can of these kidney beans. And I'll be using a half a can of this coconut milk. And and between these two liquids that came out of these cans, I got 4 cups. 2 cups I'm using for my rice today. And there's 2 cups in here with the beans, because I'm only using half a can of beans for another rice and bean meal. And I'm also using 1 clove of garlic. I only use a quarter of a small onion. You can use a half of a small onion. And I have 1 stalk of scallion. I have a teaspoon of dried oregano, a teaspoon of cracked fresh black pepper, and a teaspoon of salt. Now I have put the skillet on, and I just used about a tablespoon of oil. You can use any type of oil you like. And I'm going to saute these vegetables. The onion, which is a quarter cup. The 1 garlic clove. And the scallions. So I'm going to saute those. Saute that. Now normally in this recipe I use parboiled rice, but I didn't have any parboiled rice. So I'm just using regular rice, regular long grain rice, because you should always use the long grain rice. So I'm going to saute that for a little while longer. And to this I am going to add the thyme just for a little while. Okay, now I'm going to put the thyme in there. Okay, that smells amazing. It smells so good. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, now I'm going to take this out. Let's see, I need a different spoon. I need a slider spoon. Okay, I'm going to take this out. Take that out. Okay. Now I took that out so that I could sort of stir fry my rice a little bit, because it's not parboiled, and I want it to come out sort of separated. So I'm going to put that in there now. Stir that around a little bit to coat it with some oil. There's definitely, as you can see, enough oil left in here to coat it. See, if you stir the rice a little bit in some oil, it'll definitely be separated when it finished cooking. Okay, I'm going to stir this a little bit more and I'll be right back. Okay, I have removed the rice and now I'm going to pour in my liquids. Now with the liquids, you can use, like your liquids have to total 2 cups if you're using a cup of rice with this recipe. So the liquids have to be, it definitely has to be the coconut milk, at least half the can. And then the liquids that you're gonna get out of the beans. And then most of the time that's not enough. So you can add either some chicken broth or you can add some water. But you need to make the measurements be 2 cups, whatever liquids you use. I use a half a can of coconut milk because I don't know, I don't like it with a whole can, but to me you need more rice if you're gonna use a whole can, and being that it's only 3 of us and we only need a cup of rice, that's why I only use half a can. So now I'm going to put in the rest of the ingredients. That's the vegetables that I just stir fried. And I'm going to add the beans at this time. I'm also going to add a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of pepper. Now, this needs to come to a boil. I'll be right back. Okay, this mixture has reached a boil. So now I'm going to add the rice in. Add the rice in. And I'm going to let the rice come to a boil. Let's stir that in there good. Oh, it looks good. This is how you know if it's right. Look at that. I like my rice a little spicy. So I might put a pepper in here. Actually, I think I will. Okay, that's boiling pretty good. Okay, now I am going to turn this down. It's cooking really well. I don't want it to cook too fast because I want my rice to get done. So I'm going to put the top on here. Put the top on. I'm going to turn that down. And I'll be back when it's done. Okay, the rice should be done. Okay. It looks okay, but it doesn't look to me as good as it would look if this was parboiled rice, but this will have to do. The parboiled rice makes it come out perfect, but this is good. Thank you for watching.